What do I need to buy a home? Hello, my name is Maria Guild. I am a local real estate agent here in Arizona, and I quickly wanted to make this sort of educational video for you to explain some of the things that you will need to be aware of and you will need to have in order to purchase a home. So, you've been thinking about buying a home. You've heard about all the benefits of home ownership. Now what? All right, so the very first thing you should do is you should talk to a lender, and they can sort of look at your full finances and they will give you what's called a pre-approval letter. So they're going to be looking at all your finances. They're going to see how much income you're bringing in versus how much is going out of your household monthly, especially in the term of debt. For example, if you have car payments and credit cards, they kind of look at your debt to income ratio and they see how much house you can afford. So that's very helpful, very informative, and that's your very first step, is figure out how much house can you actually afford. All right, your second step, and something to be aware of, is you're going to need to come up with a down payment. Now, this can be a significant amount of money because typically a lender, while they are going to loan you the majority of the price of the house, they still want you to have a little bit of skin in the game. There are very few lenders who will lend you the entire amount, unless, for example, you're a veteran. So VAs are able to get zero down loans, which means it's fully financed. They don't have to come up with any money out of their pocket. So if you're a young person and you're trying to figure out what to do, spend a few years in the military and you will get an amazing benefit in purchasing a home. But I digress. All right, so let's do a little bit of math. How much of a down payment do you need? So typically if you're buying, say, a $400,000 house, if you're financing it through an FHA loan, which is pretty much the lowest down payment you can get, that would be about 3.5%. So on a $400 home, you are going to need to save up almost $14,000. So that's a significant amount of money. So start saving, put those dollars and pennies in your piggy bank, and pretty soon you're gonna have enough money for a down payment for a house. Now, don't freak out. There are some programs and some lenders that can help you with the down payment. There are down payment assistance programs where you're essentially financing your down payment and you're also financing your loan. For some people, that might be a great solution. For other people, it might not. It's always best to save up as much money as you can. In fact, it's best to use cash to buy a home, but not all of us can do that. All right, so we have our pre-approval letter, we have our down payment. What else do we need? So when you're gonna buy a house, typically you are going to need to have something that they call earnest money deposit. So that is not on top of your down payment, but typically you'll take a little bit of the money you've saved for your down payment and you're going to give it to the person, to the seller or the builder up front to tell them, I am serious about buying this home. I love your home. I'm a serious buyer. Here is a couple $1,000s to let you know that I've got skin in the game and I am serious about buying your home. And that is called an earnest money deposit. All right, so after we have our down payment, our earnest money deposit, you also need to be aware that there may be some closing costs. So what is closing costs? Closing costs are all the little fees that are associated with transferring title, doing title searches, making sure it's a clean home, there's no liens on it, and that is typically done by a third party, and there are costs involved. And that can range anywhere from $7,000 up to $10,000 I've seen, but it is something else to be aware of. You have to think about your closing costs. There are many situations where you can get help with your closing costs. Oftentimes sellers are offering some assistance, closing cost assistance. Many times builders are offering incentives to help cover your closing costs or even to help you with a rate buy down. But it is something to be aware of. If you are not able to get any kind of incentives or concessions, you're going to need a down payment and closing costs. I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I love helping people. I remember when we were first-time home buyers and the journey we went on buying our homes, buying and selling homes, and I absolutely love helping other people in this journey to become homeowners. All right, have a great day. Bye.